No. The altos were early. Now, this is the worst glee club I've ever... Oh, come on. Where are you going?
Number 10. Peter's Christmas Album. While out on a fishing trip with his friends, Peter hauls in a massive catch.
Oh my God, there's fish everywhere.
Wow, this must be Pelican's Reef.
He claims that with the money made from the spoils, he can finally produce his own Christmas album. We cut to Peter singing his own sophomoric renditions of popular holiday favorites.
Everybody look at the snow in the yard.
The narration and style pokes fun at how album releases of yesteryear used to be advertised. While the lyrics are utterly goofy, Peter at least can somewhat carry a tune.
La 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 la, la 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 la, look at the bells, holy crap, here comes Jesus, and he doesn't look too happy.
The presentation doesn't quite match up with some of the show's other musical numbers, but the parody lets Peter's solo talent shine nonetheless. Number 9. The Single Loop Roller Coaster. Sometimes simple visual humor is all that's needed to get the job done.
These are amazing. Did I die and go to heaven?
Well, you didn't die because I saved you. And you're not in heaven because you're not holding a margarita. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, you are.
You brought a lot of food in the bathroom.
I always do.
After befriending the ultra-cool striker Fox, Peter ditches his family to take on adrenaline-fueled stunts. Chris and Lois remark that they haven't seen Peter this excited since he rode a single-loop roller coaster.
Haven't seen him this giddy since he discovered that single-loop roller coaster.
We're treated to a brief flashback of Peter literally riding a coaster around in a circle. Before long, he gets nauseous and makes a mess of the whole situation over and over.
Don't feel so good. Ew!
The scene is a fun reminder that plenty of talent remains in the writer's room this late into the series. Number 8. Is that Robert Loggia? If there's ever a chance to mock a celebrity, Family Guy seizes the opportunity. Not wanting to attend a child's birthday party, Peter exclaims it will be worse than getting stuck behind Robert Loggia at the airport.
Oh, man, I hate kids' birthday parties. This is going to be worse than that time I was stuck behind Robert Loggia at the airport.
We cut to the actor of 80s fame spelling his name out for the airline clerk. After stating each letter, he vainly uses the letters to begin sentences that pad his ego.
R as in Robert Loggia. O as in, oh my God, it's Robert Loggia.
We're not sure if this is a jab at Loggia thinking he was far more famous than he realized. Either way, the drawn-out dryness of the gag paired with Peter's exhaustive sigh after makes this cutaway one of our favorites.
L as in, look, it's Robert Loggia.
Number 7. Hunting with Dick Cheney. Seth MacFarlane, the show's creator, enjoys making fun of politicians just as much as celebrities. In this case, he takes a jab at the then U.S. Vice President.
I'll tell you what's not safe. Going hunting with Dick Cheney.
When Peter remarks that going hunting with Dick Cheney is unsafe, a short cutaway shows us why.
So, you all set to go hunting?
Cheney, with Peter standing right in front of him, blasts the Family Guy with a barrage of bullets. With Peter lying on the ground, Cheney dryly apologizes.
Sorry, I thought you were a deer.
The gag is, of course, a callback to Cheney's infamous hunting accident. Trying to hit a quail, Cheney accidentally shot a Texas attorney. The attorney thankfully survived the incident, but that doesn't make this bit of humor any less dark. Number 6. The Sand People Choir. Absurdist humor is a staple of Family Guy, especially when Mr. Griffin is involved. After Peter misses out on becoming Employee of the Month, he becomes troubled. He claims he hasn't had a job this bad since he was the conductor for an unruly choir.
How come I'm never Employee of the Month? Man, this is the worst job I've had since I was the conductor for the Sand People Choir.
The cutaway mashes up Peter's genuine attempt to train the Tuscan Raiders to sing with their absolute inability to do anything but scream and chant wildly.
No! The altos were early. Now, this is the worst glee club I've ever... Oh, come on! Where are you going?
Obi-Wan even shows up to impart some spot-on Jedi wisdom. A sarcastic skit with a Star Wars twist makes this cutaway an all-time great.
They'll be back, and in greater numbers.
Well, that'll give us a richer harmony.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna sound fantastic.
Number 5. Peter Hates Book Club. While Family Guy is certainly known for plenty of goofy and juvenile humor, the series has dipped its toes into dark comedy on more than one occasion. Upon meeting Ryan Reynolds, Peter hits it off with the charming actor, prompting the latter to move into the house across the street.
Hey, look who it is.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds, what are you doing in Cleveland's house?
Reynolds soon invites Peter to a housewarming party. Peter agrees to join, stating that it can't be worse than what happens on Friday nights at his place. We cut to Peter walking in on Lois's book club. When asked by his wife if he'd like to join, Peter responds with sarcasm before horribly injuring himself.
Hey, Lois, what's going on here?
Oh, it's my book club, Peter. Come, join us.
Oh, okay.
In his defense, book clubs are definitely not for everyone.
I think the whole thing was very strange.
He thought you were strange. How about that?
Number 4. Out-farting Michael Moore. Fans of the show know that Family Guy doesn't shy away from flatulence-heavy humor. You know, like that one time Peter mistimes his gas passing with a thunderstorm.
The storm's moving away.
In this case, Peter finds himself facing off in a head-to-head fart battle with popular documentarian Michael Moore.
Because I'm not afraid of a challenge, like that time I out-farted Michael Moore.
Moore and Peter greet each other with pleasantries before heading into their respectful stalls. Before long, the two turn a subtle build-up into a full-blown cheese-cutting extravaganza. Although somewhat gross, it's actually a bit tough not to tap your foot to the catchy exchange. And of course, impossible not to laugh. Number 3. The AIDS Song. Over-the-top musical numbers, typically about controversial topics, are a trademark of the series.
Now everybody gather round and listen if you would. When I tell you every person needs a way of feeling good.
After Peter boasts about his ability to break rough news, we jump to a sickly man in the hospital.
I got a knack for delivering bad news.
The doctor treating him turns to Peter and his barbershop quartet to inform the patient of his fate.
I don't know how to tell you this, Mr. Devaney, so I'll let these guys do it.
The unsettling yet uproarious performance is tough to forget. Seth MacFarlane is a singer himself and loves to blend his love of music with his deviant sense of humor. Sure, the musical segments can get pretty offensive at times, but you have to appreciate talent when you see it.
I'm sorry, I wish it was something less serious.
Number 2. Peter's Side Hustle. As incredibly dopey as Peter may appear, he shows innovation throughout the series when attempting to earn a quick buck. In one instance, his son Chris is expelled from school but finds fortune after being admitted into the prestigious Morningwood Academy. After learning he'll have trouble paying the tuition bill, Peter suggests returning to his old gig at the baseball stadium.
I guess I'll see if I can get my old gig back selling butt scratchers at the ballpark.
What follows is a flashback where Peter is exclusively selling butt scratchers, a clear parody of your everyday back scratcher.
Butt scratcher! Butt scratcher! Get your butt scratcher here! Butt scratcher!
Butt scratcher!
The absurdity of the item paired with Peter's vendor-themed approach of selling it is fantastically funny.
Butt scratcher!
No, Peter.
Butt scratcher!
Peter, no.
Butt scratcher!
No!
Number 1. Peter narrates his life. Suffice to say, Peter is not known for making great decisions.
Z 4 Q another Q a third Q and the Batman symbol.
We've picked on his IQ quite a bit so far, and this case is no different. After Lois mentions that Peter has gone through a few phases from time to time, Brian reminds him of when he used to narrate his own life.
Yeah, like those 2 weeks you spent narrating your own life?
I walked into the kitchen and sat down at the table. I looked with a grimace at the questionable meal Lois had placed in front of me.
We shift to Peter walking into the kitchen to have dinner with Lois. He begins to speak aloud, describing both his wife's undesirable cooking, followed by her visible aging.
Lois had always been full of energy and life, but lately I had begun to grow more aware of her aging.
Lois decides she's had enough and gives her husband a punch right to the face. Peter, you've done plenty of dumb things, but pissing off your wife really sets the bar.
I awoke several hours later in a daze.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from Watch Mojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.